Hi everybody, my name is Asha and I am a makeup artist, and I thought that today I'm going to show you a look for Lorde. So I have kind of a look-alike here, also from New Zealand. This is Margot and she will be my model today. So let's get started. Prime your skin before foundation. This will make your foundation last longer and look more refined. Napoleon Perdita, an Autopilot Pre-Foundation Skin Primer. And I'm going to put that on with a synthetic brush. So we're going to be using MAC Face and Body Foundation because Margot here has beautiful skin and she doesn't need too much coverage. Okay, so now I'm going to mix half of each MAC N1 and C2. And I'm going to put it on with a stippling brush. Oh. Okay. I'm just going to press it onto her skin. Pretty! So yeah, Margot's skin foundation is done now. I'm going to do a little bit of concealer with Pro Longwear by MAC. It comes in a wee bottle like this, and Pro Longwear does not crease. I don't know if I'm looking at that at all. Just under the eye and on her cheekbones to really bring those out. Now I want to put some highlighter on Margot's skin, which is actually by Australis, and it's called Highlights Mineral Face Highlighter, and I got the one in gold, but this isn't much thicker. It's kind of got a foundation consistency, so it's really really good. So I'm just going to get a little squirt of that and dab it onto Margot's cheekbones. Just going to put a little bit on her Cupid's bow.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, just this part.
Yeah.
It's called a Cupid's bow. Yeah, and that makes your lips look more pouty. I've got myself a mascara wand. I'm going to do some eyebrows now. First I'm just going to brush Margot's gorgeous brows. I'm going to colour them in, and also Lorde has quite defined, well, they're not crazy defined, but they're definitely dark. So I'm going to use an angled brush. I'm going to just use a powder on Margot's eyebrows. I don't know why, but I always prefer using an eyeshadow on people's eyebrows. Don't ask me why, I just think it looks more natural.
It looks softer.
Yeah. And I'm actually using like a very dark brown by MAC. It's called Embark. And I'm gonna literally just put it over her eyebrow hairs. But I want to keep those eyebrows brushed up. So now we're going to go on to the eyes. I'm going to be using the same colour that I did on the eyebrows to begin with, and it's very dark, so you have to be careful with it. It's called Embark by MAC, and I'm going to use a brush just like this one. It's real fluffy, real bendy. Really softly put that on the end of the brush and tap it real well. I actually kind of like to brush it in the inside of my wrist just a little bit to get that first bit off. So close your eyes, Mike, and I'm actually going to put it, I want to deepen this part of her eye. And of course bring it out. And I'm just going to keep going and building up that colour until I get the darkness I want. So it is a soft pink colour. And I'm going to pop that on straight under, right on her lid. And I'm going to blend that into the brown. Same colour on her brow bone. Okay, and I'm going to come in again with the same darker colour and the same brush, and I'm just going to go over it just that one last time to get that blending perfect. I really want it to be dark in there. So now I'm just going to do exactly the same colour in Embark. I love this colour. It's a rich brown. but I'm going to do it with a smaller fluffy angled brush, and I'm actually going to do it around the edge, around the bottom of her eye to really define that bottom. And I want it to be quite smoky, so don't use too much on the brush at all though, you don't need much. So if you look up for me, okay? And then bring it up and out into that crease that we've made up here. So we've got that brown coming down there, we've got that coming up, and it joins. Look up again. Now with the same definer brush, the flat definer brush, I'm going to use Embark again. And I'm going to put it under a lash line, like properly right where her lashes grow from. So if you look up, I'm going to do the same. So just here I've got this line from coming from the bottom, and I'm actually just going to define that just that wee bit more. It's not an eyeliner, it's just cutting the crease. Giving it a bit more definition so that the spot inside looks much whiter than the rest. I'm going to be using Chanel Golden Eyes, and I'm actually going to use this colour here that you can see. It's like a real golden, just a gold, straight up gold, just in the right in the lash line in the centre, and blend that out just slightly. This is really subtle. And just down here. So I'm going to do an eyeliner with a smouldering eye pencil, and I'm going to put that real close to Margot's lash line. And just bring it out. And I'm going to bring it almost all the way in. With a flat definer brush, I'm actually going to rub on there and close. And I'm going to smudge, sorry. So that's it there. Alright, so I've popped the mascara on and made sure that everything blends really well. And now I just want to do the real waterline, which is on the bottom, just there, with a brown colour that will last ages and won't leave, So this stuff is called Curl Glide Intense Eyeliner, and it actually sets after a while, like maybe after a couple of minutes. The cool thing about this colour that I'm using is it's actually called Lorde It Up. Not even lying. Look at that. Do you see that? I don't know. I'm going to pop it just here and pull down that lid. So it's like a brown shimmery colour. And that intensifies it a lot more, and gosh, your blue eyes stand out from that gold. And now I'm just going to do a bit of contouring and some blush and highlighting, all of that. So I like to start off with some contouring. I'm actually going to use my MAC Skin Finish Natural Mineralized Powder. So I'm going to pop it just in there, real subtly though. And just bring it down. And then in our temples too. Alright, and now I'm just going to use a blusher by MAC called Melbourne. And I'm just going to put that just on the apples of her cheeks, really softly, and give her that sun-kissed look, okay? Lastly, with a really big fluffy brush with nothing on it, I'm going to go over the whole face and blend everything together. You don't want any harsh lines. Gorgeous! And now we're going to do some lips. So for Margot's lips, I just want to use Subculture by MAC. So this is actually a matte colour. by MAC called Ruffian Naked, which is this really gorgeous colour. Also suits the blush, so I'm going to use that. Now, I would usually be using a brush, but Margot will be okay. I'm actually going to use my finger. I really want it to be pouty and not defined at all. I want it to be kind of defined, but I just think it's going to look a bit more lush if they're patted on, and you don't know where the lip and the skin, you know, meets and finishes. So I'm just going to pop that on with my finger. Is that okay? Alright, and now Margot's makeup is done. So thank you so much for watching. There'll be a few photos after this to show you what the end result is. Margot's got gorgeous hair, which has been hidden away, and yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to pull it, but yeah, very Lorde-ish hair. So I mean, of course, that definitely helps with making a Lorde tutorial. Yeah, we're definitely not going to brush Margot's hair, we're just going to leave it like this and take a few photos. So yeah, you'll see those after this. And